What's up, guys? Hope y'all are having a great day. For today's video, I figured I'd try to do something a little bit different and do a little session breakdown of my cover of Mine by Taylor Swift, and kind of just show you guys my thought process on the recording and production side of things and stuff like that. Kind of show you what instruments I use and what kind of makes up the song. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hit the like button if you like the video, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, I guess we could start out. I'll show you guys the little lead guitar intro. Really simple. So yeah, that's just kind of, I wanted to just have some simple, catchy intro for the beginning. I actually started out originally, let's bring the old one in here. I started out in the key of G, which is the original key of the song, and then I changed the key to A after putting in the drums. I decided to change the key to A because I was singing it an octave lower, obviously, and I just wanted to make it a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher key for singing wise. But I originally started out with this lead, which sounds a lot more like the regular song, so I decided to change it. So I just started out with that, which sounds a lot like the original song. Oh, whoa, no, 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 no. So I decided to just switch it up, change it to what it is now. No. I think it makes for a better intro. So super simple intro. And then I have this harmonic guitar that comes in that actually does something similar to the original intro I had. So that like kind of harmonizes with this. Little harmony there.
Time waiting tables, left a small town, never looked back. I was a flying risk.
So for the rhythm guitars, I do 3 different rhythm guitars. Obviously the rhythm is just pretty self-explanatory. This is the middle guitar. And then the right guitar. And then the left guitar.
Working part-time, waiting tables.
I do all my guitars DI, and then I use a couple different plugins. I use Amplitude and the regular amps that come in Pro Tools 11, and then I just print them onto the track, and I'll just switch up the amp tones and stuff that I use. What's up, Tia? My cat's yelling at me. This is Tia. Say hi, Tia. Say hi. Okay. I guess she's shy now. She likes to come in here and yell at me and for no reason. So she's gonna hang out now and be in the video, I guess. Yeah, so for all the rhythm guitars and stuff, obviously pretty much for all the guitars, I try to I'll use like the same pretty much 2 plugins for all of them. Jesus, Tia. But yeah, I'll just pick a different amp tone for each different guitar. I use the same couple plugins, but just a slightly different tone. If you guys are interested in me doing a more in-depth video of the whole mixing and getting guitar tones and stuff like that, I'll definitely do that if you guys are interested. I just have this simple SL channel EQ on them, and I put a little tiny bit of compression on each of them. Like 3 dB of compression or so. Tia's just the star of this video right now. but yeah, and that's pretty much all I do for the rhythm guitars. And that's
You
pretty
were
much
in
it.
college. I say, can you believe?
Let me just go into this. So, I just have the two guitars and the verses
You were in college working part.
doing this little thing right here.
Father,
And that was actually the first part of the song I came up with. I was just kind of playing it on the acoustic guitar, figuring out the verses and stuff. And I came up with that. And then that's when I started coming up with the lead. Came up with that first lead part. And then ended up coming up with the second lead that I stuck with, that I showed you guys. So that's that. And then I bring in all three guitars for the choruses just to make the chorus, that much bigger. I tried to kind of do a little bit more easy core kind of style of guitars and stuff in the second chorus, with more just like just more chuggy, like a little bit more of that like rhythm guitar that goes like with the drums and has little runs and stuff and stuff like that. So like and into the bridge. So, I tried to just kind of have them chug along with the drums and kind of add those little run-ups and run-downs in, like, in those spots. And this was my first time really trying to do stuff like that, so I'm pretty happy with how that came out. I just figured it would spice it up a little bit and make that second chorus a little more interesting, especially going into that halftime.
daylights on the water. You saw me start to believe for the first time. I made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine.
And then obviously this little lead part here. Some thunder out there. All right, so yeah, and then in the bridge, I don't know if you guys can notice it, but the piano comes in. And that comes in the bridge, and then it kind of pops up again in the finale. And then in both choruses, I have little synths kind of just to fill it out. I use stuff like that in most of my recordings, just to fill out the song, give it a little more ambience and stuff like that. So for the instrumentation, that's mostly it. And then of course you just got your simple bass. I'm not like much of a bass player, but I try to throw in the little bass fills and stuff in there. Here and there. Stuff like that. And I do bass DI also, and I'll leave one track DI.
You were in college.
I'll leave one track totally just the DI sound with some EQ and compression and stuff, and I add the R bass plugin for extra, frequency in the low end. And then I duplicate it, and I just do a second track where I roll off all the low end and leave all the high end, and I run it through Amplitude, which I have the free version, so I only get 2 or 3 different amps. So you get maybe 4. You really don't get a whole lot, but what you get is good. I'll eventually get the full version, but it's pretty expensive, so I'm just doing the free trial for now. But that's what I do, is I just distort the one higher frequency one, and together that's kind of what they sound like. So that's pretty much it for the bass. Pretty self-explanatory. Here I go into chords, kind of. Get some bass chord action going there. And then of course, for the vocals,
You were in college working part-time.
pretty simple. I do I add in some low doubles and stuff here in these areas.
I say, can you believe it? As we're lying on the couch, the moment I can see it, yes, I can see it now.
I have a bunch of delays and reverbs and stuff that I'm using. Sorry about the audio with the mic. If it's kind of, the rain and the storm is kind of loud, it just all of a sudden started, of course I went to film a video and now it wants to storm and thunder and all that. So yeah, the vocals, all these doubles and stuff in the chorus.
I remember we were sitting there by the water. You put your arm around me for the first time. I made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine.
I really messed around a lot with reverbs and delays and stuff, doing all the vocals, like the mine and stuff like that. I was like sending delays into reverbs and stuff like that. Again, if you guys want more stuff about like mixing and stuff, I'll do more videos. I just figured I'd do an overall breakdown of this song, what it's made up of. I figured it'd be kind of interesting for people just to see. So other than that, on the vocals, we have these vocals at the end.
Hold on, make it last. Hold on, never turn back. Hold on, make it last. Hold on.
And then I forgot to show you guys in the chorus, I also have these couple extra, I have a couple of these extra guitars here. So I have one doing an octave. And then I have this. Kind of just to fill in the spaces in the chorus and just make it that much bigger, just have a couple extra things kind of going on. And of course that comes in along with the third rhythm guitar and the synths and stuff, so that way it can kind of just gets big there in the chorus. So
I can see it now. I remember we were sitting there by the water. You put your arm around me.
So other than that, I have the drums. I have them all recorded out onto separate tracks, but they start out as MIDI, just one MIDI track. I just do MIDI drums. I can't really play the drums, but I know, like I've played in a band and stuff growing up and stuff like that, and I know music and rhythm good enough to be able to make the MIDI drums, and actually make realistic sounding drums. But I'm just not. I don't have the coordination to play them. I wish I did, but I don't. So it is what it is, you know. But this is what they sound like on their own. And they start out as just a single MIDI track, which, let me bring it in here. I use Easy Drummer. If you guys are curious what the virtual instrument is that I use, it's Easy Drummer. And just right out of the box, it sounds like this. So it really sounds pretty good. And actually what I like about it is the way I do most of my drums is they have this area where you can search for different loops and stuff. You can basically just take them, you can find a loop that you like, and you can take it and just drag it right in, and then you got it as MIDI in your actual session. That's really how I do the drums. I just take it, I drag it in, and then I tweak it and adjust it to perfectly fit my song. And there's fills and there's all kinds of stuff in there. So that's what I use. It's actually Easy Drummer 2. There's an Easy Drummer 3 also, but this is the one I use. It was a little bit cheaper, and honestly it works fine for me. The mix, I think, sounds pretty good that comes out of it. And then I route it out into individual tracks and just record it so that I can, you know, edit separately and put compression and stuff on them, and I run them into a drum bus. I have a couple parallel drum buses and stuff like that, but like I said, I could go more into depth about the mixing process in another video. But overall, that's pretty much what makes this song up, you know. It looks like a lot of stuff, but it's really not that much. I just have, you know, a few duplicate things. I mean, the fact that I got 3 rhythm guitars here kind of makes it look like there's a lot more than there is, but, you know, I got the 3 rhythm guitars. I have this little extra guitar for the verse. Or really the pre-chorus part. So that just comes in just in those parts. There's a lot of little guitars here that are just certain parts. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then there's those extra guitars in the chorus that I showed you. And then the only other extra guitars that are in the song are then in the bridge part. You have these guitars here, these 2 guitars. And then this one comes in. And that's pretty much the whole song. Yeah, that's pretty much the session breakdown. This one really wasn't very hard to make into like a pop punk style song because it already has a real alternative rock vibe to it, kind of, you know. It's got the slight country flair that Taylor Swift has, but this song to me is more of an alternative rock song than it is a country song. So I really didn't change up the song a whole lot. I really wanted to keep the same vibe of it and everything. That was kind of my thought process to it. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And of course I threw in these little open like messy string things, just messy open string things here. open string things. Well, we have one right there. I think there's one here. You know, and then one of these rhythm guitars does it, I think. And I left this little slide sound at the beginning too. And then we go from there. So that's that's pretty much the Mine by Taylor Swift cover. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that little session breakdown. If you haven't seen the actual cover video, go check that video out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
The moment I can see it, yes, yes, I can see it now.